Hi, hello, namaste. My name is Doipan Roy Choudhury, and in today's live session, we're going to solve an IBPS PO Prelims level mock test. So it is available on Guidely platform, and the link is given in the description box. So let's get started. The first section is going to be reasoning. I'll try to do as many as possible. So let's see how it goes. 8%, okay, doable. 4 questions, maybe. Okay, 5 questions, definitely doable. Only a few cars, bikes, all cars, or rather, okay, all cars are trains. All cars are trains. Um, some trains are ships. Some trains are ships. No ship being car. No ship being car. Yeah, possibility. And all trains can never be bikes. All train never be bikes. True. So both. All pens, pencils. No pen. Marker. Only marker. Both. All markers can be. All markers can never be anything. Some pencils cannot be. I cannot. Definitely not. So neither. Okay, cannot be. Okay, some pencils cannot be board. Yes. Okay, there isn't can, but some pencil cannot be board. Like okay, all apple fresh, only free fresh sweet. Some apples are bad. All apples are sweet. Some apples are not sweet. Either or. Okay. 8% equidistant. Some of them center, circular table. Some of them facing outside. Okay. Think I should do it currently or skip the coding. Okay, create world, create at the very end. IK no, CV no, PO maybe, NM no. So PO create and world is here and nowhere not NM, not Y, YK maybe ZX no, H ZX and HJ, ZX no, YK or HJ, AK HJ not here, not here, so, here and here only. So it ZX PO, phone begins, phone is going to be first and the last. So RTCVPOM IK or rather LK. I don't know what it is. LK, A or B. Definitely not B. LK. And begins is here only. But here are two new codes HJ and YK. I feel. So HJ and YK both B and C. Okay. What is the code for QWCVPL? PL is here and PL is something new. So it is going to be the code for and, right? No, common in this two is going to be BT. BT is for and. So PL and Ainge JPL is going to be for then begins because enjoy is already there, I guess. Begins or enjoy, which one is here? You're not getting it. HJ is already there. Begins. So enjoy. Enjoy is going to come. So PL is enjoy. PL enjoy. CV is here only. So CV is access. No, access is going to be not CV. Then what else is different? Digital. So CV is then for digital. Now digital is already here. So tech is also there. So tech here. So tech enjoy. Take enjoy only one option. Okay, and cannot be determined also there. TL also got QW here only. So with I guess that's it. 6%, 6 different floors, only two doing okay. Doable 17 to 20, 22. Then okay, direction distance. Let me do it first. U is 3 meter east of V 3 meter U, V which is 4 meter north of W, 4 meter north of W, X is 8 meter west of W, X is 8 meter west of W, and X is 10 meter south of Y, 10 meter south of Y. Z is the southeast of Y, southeast Y, okay. L is to the south of Z and 2 meter east of M, which is the midpoint of V and W. What is M is midpoint of, okay, and 2 meter west. Z is 2 meter to the west, 8, right? So this is Z, 2 meter west of V, okay. L is to the south of Z, but how much? L is to the south of Z. So Z L is to the south. So L is somewhere here. Okay. If P is 3 meter north of U, if P is 3 meter north of U, then what is the shortest distance Y and of U and east of Z. Okay. I think it's done something wrong. V and W is midpoint, right? Just 10 meter to the south of Y. Z is to the south east of Y. L is to the south of Z and Z and 2 meter west of. So L is 2 meter west of this. Okay, this is a tricky one, I guess. Or like W, L, B, Y, W, Z, L, W, Z, L, Y, and X, V. 8% square table, 4 corner, 4 inside. Okay, I'll start with this one. 8% square table inside, corner facing center, middle outside. Corner center, middle outside. Corner center, middle out. Okay, Q is third to the left of N who faces outside. Q is third to the left, 1, 2, Q. Only 1% between Q and M from either side. Okay. R is an immediate neighbor of M. Only 1% between Q and M. R is an immediate neighbor from, okay. L is third to the right of R. 1, 2. 1, 2, L, 1, 2, L, which is the right of R. Only 2% between L and O. 1, 2, L and O. 1, 2, L and O. PC is immediate left of O. PC is immediate left of O. S is not an immediate neighbor of P. S is not an immediate neighbor of P. Okay, done. From the following states, second to the left of S. So R, the one opposite to N. Okay, which is false. O and S facing each other. This is false. Okay. L sits immediate left of L sits immediate left of, okay, A and B are false. 2% between R and P, left of P. Yes, true. I did A and B, right? Okay. One of the neighbors of N is L. Yes, then who of the following is the second neighbors of P? From the following pair adjacent OP, PQ, R, MP, SO, QM, PQ. Okay, again, OP, no. Okay, OP is it. M and N change their position. Similarly, P and S change their position. This is N, this is M, and this is S. This is P. Then how many percent between M and S? Between M and S when counted from right of them. So 2%. So 6 more than 3 is the sum of, okay, items brought. All right. How many questions are there? Okay. Okay, linear row, 3 questions each in a linear row. Okay. P is fifth to the left of S, only 3% between P and B, who sits second from one of the extreme ends. Only 6% between B and T. P sits fifth to the left of S. Only 3% between P and P, who sits second from B, and 3% between. So 1, 2, 3, P, and fifth to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, S. S and T as between T and M. The basis. Okay, P, V, which is second from extreme end. Only 2% sit between V and T. 1, 2, T. As many percent between S and T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's between S, T, and M. Okay, then I guess V 3%. 1, 2, 3. P only 3%. Okay, P says fifth to the left. 1, 2, 3. So P to fifth to the left of S. Now they are saying that, okay, only 6% between V and T. 1, 2, 3, 4 already. So 5, 6. T. As many percent between S and T. 3, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As between T and M. B sits sixth to the right of M. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B. Only 1% between B and N. U sits second to the left of N. U sits the left of N. M at a corner or what? If U sits third to the left, U sits third from one of the left, and so there is a gap here. 1, 2, 3. And how many percent are sitting in the row? So 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 12, 15, 18. Not in option. Who sits third from the left, and how many percent are sitting in the row? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Again, P sits, okay, P sits fifth to the left of S. Only 3% between V and 3% V and V who sits second from one of the extreme ends, only 6% between V and T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 between V and T. V and T, as many percent between T and S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. T and M. Base is 6 to the right. Base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Base is 6 to the right. Only 1% between V and N. U sits second to the left of N. And U sits third from the left and 1, 2, 3. So I think 15 was correct, but I don't know what's going on. So MN, gap of 3. UB, gap of 3. TN, gap of 3. PB, gap of 4. And PV, gap of 3. As many percent to the right of dash as between dash and T as respectively. Right of whom as between T and whom. Right of P is coming out to be 4 to 6. T and 6 whom 1, 2, 3. So T and V. So P and V. An option 1, 2, 3. 6. P and M. They're saying B is 6 to the right of M. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. M. Okay, M was U was third from the right. So it was 17. Which question? 30 to right. 17. As many percent between T and dash right of whom? Right of P is 3, 5. P and T and M 5 no. Okay, right of S 0. T and P not 0. Right of N many. T and U not possible. Right of M many not possible. Right of V 1. T and B. Okay, so V and B. I think I skipped many easy questions. Hierarchy given. Okay, so MD, CEO, CFO, CTO, COO, CRO, HR, and TL. Okay, U is 4% junior to Q. U is 4% junior to U. 1, 2, 3 U. T is immediately senior to Q. The number of persons senior to T is 1 less than. Senior to T is 1 less than. The number of persons junior to P. Okay, only 3% are designated between S and W. 1, 2, 3 W. Then for neither of them, CTO. So S or W or CTO. V is junior to R. V is junior to R, but senior to S. So let me suppose so T Q 1, 2, 3 U. Then T Q U. T Q U. So no one. P1 1%, 2%, 2%, 1, 2, 3%. Now I got S and W 3, gap of 3. Here not possible. Here is the only possibility, cancels out. Here this and this W W S, and here is W W S. Now R V and S at the very bottom. Right. But junior to S. V is senior to R. V is senior to R, but junior to S. So V and R and S here Okay, not possible. So this option. So C double O, C double O W, 3 junior to V, 1 to U, true alphabetical order between Q and R, Q and R. Okay, shit. The rapid commercialization of low Earth orbit has transformed space from a frontier of scientific exploration into a bustling economic zone. Driven by the decreasing costs of rocket launches, private aerospace companies are deploying mega constellations of satellites to provide global broadband coverage, while the promises to bridge the digital divide is in remote regions. It introduces unprecedented challenges. The sky is becoming increasingly crowded, raising the risk of orbital collisions and the proliferation of space debris, often referred to as the Kessler's syndrome. The debris threatens not only commercial assets but also critical government infrastructure such as weather monitoring and national security satellites. Furthermore, the dominance of a few private entities in space creates a potential monopoly over global communication. Critics argue that allowing a handful of billionaires to control the digital infrastructure of the future could lead to severe geopolitical imbalances. Nations without robust independent space programs might find themselves entirely reliant on foreign corporations for essential data service, severely compromising their digital sovereignty and national security. To mitigate these risks, international regulatory bodies must urgently update the Outer Space Treaty of 1967, which is now largely obsolete in the face of modern commercial venture. Establishing strict guidelines for satellite disposal, traffic management, and equitable access to orbital slots is vital. Without a coordinated global framework, the new space race could easily evolve into an unregulated Wild West, jeopardizing the long term sustainability of the cosmos for future generations. According to the passage, what is the major challenge introduced by the commercialization of low Earth orbit? One major challenge introduced by the commercialization, okay, a sudden decrease, okay, risk of collision and proliferation, complete abandonment, and immediate increase in the cost, decline in private of the risk of orbital collision, proliferation of debris. What potential consequence does the passage highlight regarding the dominance of a few private entities? Automatically update, okay, permanently clears, ensures equitable, creates potential monopoly. According to the passage, what does the author suggest about the okay? It became obsolete, something like that. Okay, it has even perfectly regulated corporate billionaires. It largely obsolete and urgently needs to be updated. What is the what is mentioned as primary benefit of deploying mega constellation of satellites? Global broadband coverage. Benefit replacing national security, bridging digital divide in remote regions. According to the passage, what might happen if a coordinated global framework for space is not established? If a coordinated global framework for space, nations will voluntarily dismantle this space, could devolve into an unregulated Wild West, jeopardizing long term sustainability. What is true? The cost of rocket launch has been decreasing. Space debris pose no threat, so that poses threat. So 2 is definitely not going to be true. If 2 is not going to be true, then 1 has to equitable, okay. Opposite of vital, insignificant. imperative, fundamental, crucial, essential, everything is synonym. Closest means mitigate, to alleviate. The new policy implemented by the government is expected to foster economic growth and attract foreign direct investment. Okay, one possible thing is that B and C is expected to attract economic growth, but foster economic growth and attract FDI. Yeah. The surge of electric vehicles has sparked a massive adoption in demand. The adoption of A and C to be interchanged. Following the region's earthquake, catastrophic earthquake A and D, international aid agencies deployed rescue teams to assist the affected regions. Yep. The tech giant recently unveiled B and D, its latest smartphone with features and innovative which features an innovative design and upgraded processor. The central library, which houses thousands of rare manuscripts, is so in the option C. Neither the regional manager nor the assistant supervisor. Okay, subject with the nearest object. So, or verb according to the nearest subject. So this is going to be where. So in B option. By the time the rescue team finally arrived at the standard hikers location, it had been raining for 3 hours. I think nothing is erroneous, but I'll check it later. The newly established factory produces high quality textiles that are then exported. The marketing department is planning to launch a new campaign that will target drive. The charity organized a food drive to help families in need during the winter holidays. Okay, he lacks the internal drive necessary to succeed. Okay, the chef decided to drive the vegetables. Okay, despite facing numerous setbacks during the initial testing phases, the research team remained dash in their pursuit of groundbreaking cure. Despite facing numerous setbacks during the initial testing phase, the research team remained dash in their pursuit. Okay, remained resolute. Okay, the massive coral reefs are experiencing severe bleaching, which is being dash exacerbated by rising ocean temperature and industrial pollution. The finance minister presented a prudent budget that aimed to reduce national deficit without heavily burdening middle class. Okay, PQRS, I'll do it last. The municipal corporation has begun constructing has begun to reduce traffic congestion. Began. If she had known about the severe weather warnings, she would not have traveled. The strict security measures at the airport were put in place to the strict security measures were put were put in place to ensure put in place. I think no improvement is required, but see it later. Many historically significant monuments are currently undergoing so the PQRS. Okay, this process, which process? Then they're saying that offshore wind farming has emerged. Okay, they're saying that this process involves, okay, offshore wind farming has emerged as a highly promising solution to the world's growing energy crisis. Yeah, so B to start with. Then they are saying, despite, however, later part, then once captured, the energy is transmitted back to the, okay, this process involves capturing energy from the strong, consistent wind found over the open sea, offshore wind farming. Okay, once captured, the energy is transmitted back to the mainland through a complex network of underwater cables. However, the installation and maintenance of these massive offshore turbines present significant logistic challenge. Despite these hurdles, government are heavily, okay. This kind of RC are very nice. Then third, fifth E, second A, and first B, fourth C. So now, by the time the rescue team finally arrived at the standard hikers location, so hikers location. Now, either this part they would say that hikers is not possible, so apostrophe before S, but standard hiker location. But location, which location? Hikers location. Hikers location. It had been raining for 3 hours. I'm not saying any outright mistake. Arrived at, yeah, arrived at the standard hiker. It had been raining. Okay, I'll just go with no error then. The strict security measures at the airport were put in place. Put on, put on. Put on means to wear something. So I will say put in place. Put in. Okay. So now the quant section. I guess if this 7 minutes I could have gotten on reasoning. I'm going to give a few sectional mocks to improve. Okay. So let's do it. Submit this section. So percentage scooter, percentage of, okay, difference. Okay. With database TI. 6 questions, okay, doable later. So 16 square, 324, or rather 256 plus 12 square plus 20 upon 21 is x minus 6 into 4, 24. So the summation is going to be 300, 400, 420. So 20, so 44. Then 25% of 840 is going to be 210 plus 45% of, so this is going to be 180 is equal to x cube plus 47. So it's going to be 133. So it's going to be 343. So 7 cube. Next 14 plus 1089, right? So it's going to be 33. I guess 33 into 3 minus 16 is equal to x plus, which is 3 times 40 and 18. So absolutely 30 into 2, so plus 60. So it is going to be 47 into 3. So 120 plus 21 minus 16. So 5 and 60. So 65. Then I got 4x plus 15 into 6, 90 is equal to 60% of this is going to be 450 minus 150 into 2. So 300 into 600, 600 this side. So 510. Okay. Okay. So dividing by x 4, 1. Then I got, so 1 to 7 approx, something like that. 1 to 5 approx. 1 to 7, right? So 130. Okay, just a second. This is 4x. This is 15 times 690. Then 60% of 750. So 150 into 3. Okay. This is 145, right? If this is 145, this is going to be 6, or rather, this is going to be 05305. So 610, 610 and 9520, 520, then 130. Okay. So 6 to the power 14 upon 6 to the power 8 into 12, 12, 12, 12. This is again 36. So 6 to the power 6. So 2, 12. Okay, invested in scheme. Okay, let me see some of the DIs. This looks to be doable, but the number is not very kind. Not now. Okay, let's do it first. The number of desktop computers in 2021 and 2023. Okay, let me just do the charting. 2021, 2, 3, 4. Then I have to do what? The desktop and laptops. Okay, so desktop, laptop. Desktop are given in numbers. So 900. Then it's 1400. Then that is 85, 850. Then it's 1050. Then it is 120. Now that is 55. So 45 is 900 two times. So 55 is 1100. 30. So 72 times. So 30 is going to be 600. Then 850. 850 is 50%. So another 850 goes there. Then it's 65% is 1050. 65% is, just a second, it's 65. So 45% is 1050. Oh shit. Okay, I'll do it later. Then the last one is 60%. So 60% and 40% is this. So 3 times. So 60% is going to be 1800. So now, okay, I have to calculate for, so 5% is going to be 70. And I have to calculate 55% 11 times. So 770. But it coming up low. So 11 times. Okay. Okay. So 9 times is going to be, it's not going to be with 9. Have I taken the values correctly? 1050. Yeah. And this is 65%. So 35% remained. So 3 times. So 65 3 times is going to be 1950. Find the difference between the desktop computers in 21 and 23 together is going to be 245, and laptops in 20. So 110. So 135. The in 2023 number of refurbished desktop is 40% of that. So 442, 420. And the ratio of new desktop to new laptop is this. Total new computer multiple of 8. I don't have time to check it or do. Okay, no. So new laptops are going to be 630, which is 3. So I have to calculate for 8. So this is 2, 1. So if 2, 1, so 6, 8. The average of the total number of computers in, okay. Okay, I'm definitely not going to do this. The number of laptop computers in 21 and 2 together, it's going to be 145. What percent total number of computer in 24? Total number of computer 3. So if I divide it by 3, so it's going to be 4, 12, 2, 5, 8. So 48 point something percent. Just mark for review. Total number of computers in 25, it's 20% more than the difference between 4 and 2. 20% more. So 1300, 20% more is going to be 2600. So 1560. Then find the sum of the computers in 25 and laptops in 20. So it's going to be 2660. The ratio of total number of computers in 20, total number of laptops, okay. Total number of computers in 2020 is going to be 2000, and total number of laptop computer and desktop. Laptop in 21 is 600, desktop in 850. So 1450, it's to 200, 5, 45, 29, 40 is to 29. Then, okay. M invested, okay, after 50 ml mixture acid water, 50 ml acid water, the quantity of water is 30%. So 3 to 10 or 3 to 7 rather. So 350, 150. After removing 10y ml mixture, 40 ml water is added. The ratio becomes this. So, okay. The ratio becomes 7 to 5. So the ratio must have been 7 to 3 only. After adding how much? 2. 40, right? So this 2 is 40. So then 10 was 200. So 300 must be removed. A train crosses 250 long bridge and a pole in. So the train length is 250 and speed is 25 meter per second. Train B is 150 more than that of train A, so 400. And the time taken by train B to overtake train C is train B overtakes. So total length going to be 650, and they're going to cross it with a speed of x minus 25. That will take 130. So 5 if it goes up. So 30. Prakash and Kasim can do a piece of work. So Prakash, Kasim 12, Kasim, Rahul 15. Prakash starts doing. Okay, let's check the efficiencies. So it's 60. So 5 and 4. Now they are saying Prakash starts doing the work 4 days. After that, Kasim and Rahul the rest completes the rest of the work in 11 days. Kasim and Rahul in 11 days. So Prakash must have done in 4 days. How many part? 4 by 15 in 4 days. So in 15 days, Prakash would have done the total work. So his efficiency alone is 4. Then Kasim has 1 and Rahul has 3. What is asked? Rahul to complete 60% of the job. 60% is 36 by 3, so 12 days. article marked at 60% above cost price, given two successive discount of 25% first, so 120, and then 120 offered discount. Okay, profit still earned is 10%, so 110. So this 10 is equal to 120. Then what is the difference between 40% of total discount, 40% of total discount, and profit amount? So profit amount is also 120, and total discount is 50, and 40%, that is going to be 20, so 120 again. Mitchell invested this while Nathan invested K after 6 months. Okay, I think I should skip it. Is also not something. Okay, the area of the perimeter of equilateral triangle is 30, so A is 20. The ratio of the side of a square to that of equilateral triangle, so equilateral triangle 5, so that's 24 square. Perimeter of the rectangle is 12, 1/8. Area is 1/12 of the area of the square. So area of this square is going to be 576, and it is going to be 1/8. 1/8 means 72 is the perimeter. Okay, and the length is 6 semi. More than length is 30. What is area of the square? This is not possible, right? Okay, possible, but okay, so 30 and 12 remain, so 6, so 180. Okay, not in a mood to do that one. Okay, so this is going to be 63 first gap, then the next gap is of 6, 126. Oh, excellent. Then it's 190. It's 190. Then the next gap is of 250. Okay, so it was supposed to be how much? Again, 63 should have taken it to 189, and again 63 should have taken it to 252. Shit. So the last gap is of what? Should I just skip it? Yeah, I think so. So 25, then 25 and 6, 31, then again 31, then okay, skip int 1 plus 1. So 1, 8, 27 to 64. It should have been. Okay, this is not 27. Okay, skip 1, 9, 27. Then it's 7 and 4, 47. And the last one is 1, 8, 81. What the heck? 1, 9, 27. Then this one is 47. Okay, skipping this one also. I think should I do this one? It will take a lot of time. Let's do some of those. Manoj invested in scheme X A invested rupees X in scheme A, 20% for 3 years, so 60% got from A. He invested X plus 400 in scheme X plus 4,000 in scheme B for 10% compound, so 21%. If the interest received from A is more than B, so from B he would have received 20.21x plus this is 840, and from here you would get 0.6x, 0.60x. So coming this side, 0.39x is equal to plus 110, right? Plus 1110. So it's going to be 1950. So it's 5 times. Yeah. So 5 times 00. So value of x is asked only. Let's do this one. The average of total computers in 2022 is called 21. So the average number is 4. So it's 1900, which is 76n. So it's 4 n. So n is 25. So 20 square 400. Then okay, these kind of things are not going right way. Okay, I think this 32. 1.5, it should be 2.5, then 3.5, like that, I guess. So the ratio of age of x 3 years ago to y 6 years. Okay, so x minus 3 upon y plus 6 is 1 by 2. So 2x minus 6 is y plus 6. 2x minus y is going to be 12. The percentage of x is z is 4 years less than half of the present age of. Okay, so 2z minus y, or rather y minus 2z is equal to 4. If the sum of the percentage of x and z is 44, then find the difference between the sum of the percentage of y plus z minus x. Okay, I have 3 equations, but it's not feasible to solve it currently. So 2x, 2z, 88, 2x. If I put y plus 12, so 88 would get 76. No, not possible. 76. Okay, let me do it. 76. So y plus 2z is 76. Y minus 2z. So if I add them, so then 2y is 40. So y is going to be 40. Then x is going to be 52 by 2, so 26, and z is going to be 20 minus 4, so 16. So I've been asked 56 minus 26, so 30. I'm expecting somewhere around 50 to 55, especially because of that only section of reasoning, which is being a source of headache. 62, but yeah, I'm way lagging behind. Was good attempts were much higher. I'm getting it, I'm getting the sense. In quants, I'm still doing fine enough, but in reasoning, just way out of the competition, because and on top of that, it's a paper of 40 marks also. The weightage gets increased. So I don't know how to attack more on those questions, because I can do them very easily, very easily, but just I kept on reading and reading, kept on double checking that if I done it correctly, and still I got 2 mistakes. So I don't know if it's making any sense. Yeah, it's terrible rank, terrible percentile. Accuracy might be good, but it's of no use if I'm not attempting enough. It should have been at least 74 to 78. At least that kind of attempt should have been done. English was easy, so it was not something to worry about, but yeah, definitely not going to happen in the exam. So, okay, can okay, some cannot. So cannot means um, absolute possibility or what? Cannot be. I mean, if they're using can, they should have used are. Some pencils are not both, but cannot. All right. And this one. Okay, right of M. I was asked. So, so right of M. It's absolutely no one. Oh God. Okay. So where did my time went? Let me see the first question. Okay. So then what? Okay, I did not have time. Okay, okay, okay. That's fair enough. But where else? It took 3 minutes. Fine. It took one. Absolutely fine. But then when the rest of the time went, I have not attempted any of the other questions, right? It was not like that I got stuck somewhere or something like that. But I'm definitely not getting like how can the time like just exhausted. This is 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 11. Okay, 11, 13, 14, 18, 19. Okay. Okay, so this question took a lot of time. It should have, which should have been done in 2 minutes. It took me 5 minutes almost to complete. So, okay, it could have been skipped and one more set of puzzle or something like that could have been done. Yeah, these were easy, but I'm not getting able to pick and choose those questions which should be done first. So I have the whole day today. So let's see if any of those sectional mocks I'll be giving might help or not.